I would like to kiss Ritesh Batra's hand because he has made a beautiful and evocative film. He is definitely a sensitive filmmaker. In the first 10 minutes, you feel that you are in good hands. You are in the hands of a good filmmaker. When you see ambient sounds playing out, when you see a couple of long shots in the first couple of scenes of the film, आपको लगता है कि आप सिनेमा देख रहे हो. You're watching good cinema and you're in the hands of a good filmmaker, Ritesh Batra. This is his fourth film, and the first film was the super hit Lunchbox, both critically acclaimed and commercially successful. But in this film, there is no popular sentiment of the Lunchbox either. This film is very subtle. The treatment is very subtle, including the performances, and he has no intention of quote unquote entertaining the audience in a conventional manner. So it is a personal film which he has made, almost Bressonian film, and the treatment is slow and subtle, and it has its own languid pace. Uh, we are so used to seeing the dramas and the soap operas on Netflix and Amazon that we'll take some time to get used to the pace of this film. But once you get used to the pace of the film, once you enter this beautiful world which Batra has created, it will leave you mesmerized, not in a very, in a very लाउड वे बट कुछ रस है इस फिल्म में, कुछ भीतरी रस है. आपको कुछ फील होगा ये फिल्म देखकर, इसके सुंदर फ्रेम्स देखकर, इसके सुंदर शॉट टेकिंग देखकर. जिनको स्टोरी के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता है, those who do not know anything about the story, this is the story of two characters. One is a photographer on the gateway of India, and one is a girl, middle class girl, who upper middle class girl who is studying to be a chartered accountant. And one day he takes this girl's photograph on the gateway of India, as many photographers are there, and they say कि आपका फोटो खींचते हैं मैडम आइए. And she loves this photograph because the way which he has captured her, kindles the imagination, and she thinks nobody has looked at her this way before. She looks more prettier in the photograph, and she looks more happier. And also, people, her colleagues, her classmates, do not recognize her in that photograph. So, this draws her towards him. So, basically, it's a love story, but unlike any other love story you have seen before, maybe. And maybe it evokes some kind of nostalgia towards the film In the Mood for Love, because there is hardly any romantic scene between this couple. Even holding hands is a major thing which almost doesn't happen in the film. So it evokes memories of In the Mood for Love. There are a lot of motifs used in the film. Now, a motif is something which keeps on coming back again and again. Some shots, some locations, some scenes are used as a motif, like the girl Sanya's room where she sits in the night and studies. That shot, that particular location has comes back again and again in the film, and the location is decided, the lighting is decided, the art design is decided. So when you look at images, normally music is used as a motif in the film. Theme music, for example, theme music of a film. Of course, this film has wonderful evocative music as well, wonderful theme music as well. So and visual motifs, there are visual motifs. This image which I'm talking about in Sanya's room is a visual motif, and we see her in a reflection. So this shot, this scene, this moment keeps on coming again and again, which creates a mood, which creates a feeling. And this kind of shot taking. Then there is Nawaz's room, and there is a old fan looming large in his room. So shots of the room with the sound of the fan, and sometimes through that fan. And then there is one motif of a wall, which fungus moss laden wall, where these two meet, in the evenings. So there are several motifs used, visual motifs used in the film. So overall, the camera work, the editing, the sound design is fantastic. Especially the sound design is very fine, and I think this is one of Batra's speciality. For example, the train sound in the background and the mixing with the music, it is really fine and superb. You have to hear it to believe it. So coming back to the story, there is no story as such. There is no story in the film. It is about these two characters, and Nawaz's character is well established. He is from a lower middle class Muslim guy from Uttar Pradesh, and this girl is Gujarati. But it seems she is from a loveless family. Her only consultation, her only friend is the bai working in the house, played by Gitanjali Kulkarni ji. This film also has an ensemble cast: Gitanjali Kulkarni, Saharsh Kumar Shukla, who was there in Love and Shukla, Vijay Raz, amongst others. And yes, one Dadi which has been cast is superb. Hani Trehan's casting in this film is good, and the Dadi is superb, and she is the only source of popular entertainment for the audience. The way the Dadis are absolutely real. In fact, this film is so real, the treatment is so real, that it almost looks like, ultra real. This photograph which Nawazuddin takes of Sanya, he sends it to his grandmother in the village because she has stopped eating, because she wants her to get married. She wants him to get married. And once she sees the photograph, she decides to come to Mumbai to meet her. Actually, when he sends the photograph, there is nothing between him and Sanya. Because his grandmother is visiting him, he meets Sanya and he requests her to meet her once. So, that is the premise of the film. And he names her Noori. When he's writing a letter to his grandmother, there is a Bollywood song playing in the background, Noori or Noori. So he decides to name her Noori. In fact, another Bollywood song, Hindi old film song, Tumne Mujhe Dekha Hokar Meherban from Tisri Manzil, has been used beautifully in the film and evokes a feeling of nostalgia. One shot I will tell you from that film in which this song has been used. Once they separate, the meeting is over, she takes a cab every day. And in the cab, that song is playing. And when that song plays, the courtship has started. Little bit they start liking each other, and that song is played in the taxi, Tumne Mujhe Dekha, at a low volume. And Sania tells the cab driver to increase the volume of the song. So the song then, the pitch of the song raises, and we cut to a cinema hall where both of them are watching a film. We don't know what film they are watching, but this song is being played. And then something happens in the theater, and you cut to her room and the song ends. So this is just one of the beautiful transitions used in the film through the medium of that song, Tumne Mujhe Dekha. There is one scene in the film where both of them are sitting outside the theater, and Sanya has come out because there was a rat in the theater. There's an old theater, and she says, "You are missing your film." He said, I know the story." He said, "Have you seen it?" He said, I have not seen the film, but I know the story because all stories are similar." He says, "All stories are similar, all stories in the films are similar." So the point which the director is trying to make, and which I get, is that, and which I am going to, in cinema, story is not everything. I am getting a chance to make a point about cinema. Story is important. Story is, of course, story is the basis of cinema, but it is not everything in cinema. In cinema, you are also creating time and space. You are also creating moments. You are also creating a lump of time. You are creating magical moments. You are creating emotions, you are creating a mood, you are evoking a mood. So cinema is a lot more than story. It is a creation of moments, it is a creation of mood. So this film is in that direction. The story is important, but it is not the only thing which Ritesh Batra is trying to do over here. He is trying to create a mood, he is trying to evoke a nostalgia, he is trying to create an emotion. And yeah, one such moment is when Sanya has come to Nawaz's house for the first time, and she is waiting for him, and it is raining and he has gone to get bhajiyas. A beautiful light is coming inside the house, the street light, and it is raining. So the rain, the light, and there is her reflection in the mirror. And in fact, there are two mirrors, one a big one and one a small one. In the big mirror, we can see her reflection, and in the small one, we can see the reflection of her hands, just her hands. So these are some of the moments which has been created in the film. And one such another great moment is when he goes for the search in search of a Campa Cola factory. And what I can tell you now is that please go and watch this film. This is good cinema. It is not a great film or something remarkable, or it is not something. It's not like Lunchbox, but it has got something. It has got some soul. It has got some beautiful moments, and it is cinema. There is camera work, there is editing, there is sound design, and most of the crew are foreigners, by the way, except the production designer. एंड सबका काम बहुत अच्छा है. तो आप ये फिल्म देखिए, जाइए, ज़रूर देखिए. और सबकी परफॉर्मेंसेस अच्छी हैं एक्सेप्ट नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी, जो कि थोड़ा आउट ऑफ फॉर्म लग रहे हैं यहाँ पे. मंटो में ओके थे, ठाकरे मैंने देखी नहीं, और यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा मुझे लगा. बाकी सब तो बहुत, सानिया ने, शी इज़ very cute and she's done a fantastic job. And of course, I've told you about the rest of the cast. The crew was also fantastic. And hats off to you, Ritesh Batra, for making this film, producing this film. And I'm going to go and watch it again, and I hope you do so too. There are also shots, there is a choreography of the feet in the film. लोगों के पाँव के शॉट्स लिए गए हैं और पाँव की भी कोरियोग्राफी की गई है कैरेक्टर के फीलिंग को बताने के लिए. तो काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है. देखिए, ज़्यादा लोग तो नहीं जाएंगे, लेकिन ये सोच के जाइएगा कि लोग कहते हैं एंटरटेनमेंट फिल्म देखने जा रहे हो तो दिमाग घर में रख के जाओ. ये फिल्म देखने जा रहे हो तो आप पेशेंस साथ में लेके जाइए. आप अमेज़ॉन या नेटफ्लिक्स का आप ड्रामा सीरीज़ नहीं देख रहे हैं, लेकिन इस तरह के भी सिनेमा को अप्रिशिएट करिए, देखिए. द डायलॉग्स इन हिंदी हैव बीन अडेप्टेड बाय निम्रत कौर, who was in Lunchbox, and she has also done a nice job, a fantastic job. For example, comparing human beings to a kulfi or a softie, or when people of a particular type or class talk. And then there is one sentence in the film where a person says that देश की memory बहुत short है. So such interesting dialogues are used in the film, and she has adapted it into Hindi, the Ritesh Batra screenplay, very well. So please आप लोग like, share और subscribe वगैरह वगैरह करिए. एक इंसिडेंट, नवाजुद्दीन को मैंने एक फैशन फोटोग्राफर का रोल दे रहा था. इनफैक्ट वो स्क्रिप्ट उनको बहुत पसंद आया था, लेकिन उसमें 2 हीरो था. तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला था आप मेरे लिए सिंगल हीरो स्क्रिप्ट लिखिए. खैर वो अलग बात है, बट आप इमेजिन, नवाज भाई, मैं आपको फैशन फोटोग्राफर का रोल दे रहा था, आप यहाँ पे स्ट्रीट फोटोग्राफर का रोल कर रहे हो. बट इफ़ यू रिमेंबर, आई ऑफर्ड यू रोल ऑफ अ फैशन फोटोग्राफर.